na Ori Abraham Kumsin so chia papa so chia ene anka ye kono mmebunu ene wo mo nso a wo mo aduru baabi meka na osre but bibia ma ne kwa ma na ntima mepie mu ereti ne ye behwe ani mu senya kropon ya domo adase ne yisenya mu biemu a yebedi mu afrafra ma menji we initial comment ye nhwe between 2023 and MSC or Ghana, most especially with the youth front, and they are buying promises of would obey establish some pro-poor initiatives, interventions to obey me. I'm a buffer, it's me about youth unemployment. I say now Ghana for me be a casabe permanent year home share. Nelson no say Ghana for any from any scadi or mudgetri share economy no more. No racket yam monso about bontin say production no more yeno, ne boy in the door. Now issues about youth or unemployment. Any impono graduate yewo e wo se yetimi church mo wo kan youth a wo kan hwe ye wo school for mo sua de wi a mo be fie mo nyadwuma nye ye wo mo so a 7 previous wo mo anko school ni bi anka wo mo te mo timi sua nsa na adwuma wi a wo mo timi bue wo mo adwuma wo mo so mo nyadwuma nye to mo nya ne ka mo nyina abom ne no youth unemployment. Now with the kind of hope our Ramahama through the new year message what they membro no wo ye bebno what see and were you inspired what see you know. Did you have that sense of a revival, hope? Said it also el.
Yeah, the decam mention what you for. Na benka say around the world, we had him say youth unemployment be a threatening political stability of every country, and so we have statistics around the world that be able who say political instability will be especially in Africa be now to who say mainly no a youth no. Omuni adwuma and I say aban no ntimi creative fertile avenue be to be sustaining employment opportunities for the youth you know and on ya ekofa sanya manoba enti we ya aban ya major focus should be say we make sure say adwuma and I say nyuma sem ebekoso ama emabunu nya biaye because our data be we are now has a youthful population but we are continent be was na Africa now over Ghana how nim say youth population ya na yadose wom na at that age na productive years asabi wa hoden a obetim de ya adwuma whatever contribution be obetim make it to the growth of the economy and that particular age no and obetim make that contribution. But unfortunately the systems are such that Africa that age you know many people go waste sa ahode no wunya adebia oba invest ewom enti no oba ne nane na mu by the time akwakonya adwuma ye no na sabi ahoden a efra na ahoden wunya na wo de ayesa adwuma no enti wo ya ban na se opese economy ne tumpon because I will hear around the world especially most of the developed economies na makache say human resource one of the most valuable your friends resource that we here to build or mine no or more go to the extent sabi maybe or more like they are importing a lot of young people from Africa sabi o metimi akobwa to complement that particular way no munya no sabi o more economy no betimi akosoro nti ya wo ha ye wo dodoom no intervention ben ye di gu ho a betimi make sure say enyuma sem ne nasefo no ay available sabi obi abenya biaye aban bia ba that has always been the common rhetoric me ba be create nyuma ama amanfo anya biaye but ye ba na ebenya power no wi a serve yourself. That is the kind of way common phenomenon in our political system because Abranda Kufuado ye campaign 2016 and all can ye fancy industrialization ye be city up companies one district one factory. It was a good initiative. We are young people because sa factory no be untimi nkosa ofie for nkwanso meya adwuma and the operations of the factories are such that we are young people na Muslim betimi meya adwuma because kwa abrochira mo run a shift system in the night na se for no the aged no such enterprises do not favor them and with me set up factories in that kind of way no now you are available in all the constituencies and districts now it is the young people and I will create that avenue for them and omo ye adwuma asabi omo benya bibi afri mu no production as be kosoro and at the end of the day no ebema economy no that market economy no so a thrive because the very moment that interaction no air coso obi ton obi to there is access to capital no and then my economic expansion be apeso hu bia no ekosoro but when this particular thing eni ho na sa anwuma sem no ni ho na youth no at their youthful age no go waste there is absolutely nothing to do that is why desperation and that kind of frustration is setting in you who be in the Middle East. What happened in Tunisia? I started your friend saying the Arab Spring because young people felt they were frustrated. A young man said, "When you the Sikaka cry, police for yes, yes, easy those things. He felt say my life for me when you know what I made and I'm a survivor. Maybe I make a Caribbean era with a fear. Then he set himself ablaze. At the end of the day, no, a trigger the kind of way upheavals I hear in the Middle East. I'm free say it's an sad example. Yemubinum empese BBC and the way I bind that's a ubedi or mind bit say Africa. So now here the vast natural resources and then all that you have to do is say you create a certain competitive platform, and as a platform be young people no bet me leverage to maximize their innate potential, because my case reason no obia wo bibi e wonimu obi de ko school esiniye obi de ye ball obi de America too, just the talent are diverse. So as a government, no one else will provide incentives. No, okay, America is a land of opportunities. Land of opportunities. If I say mindful that the very moment you step in, no, whatever that you want to become, no, you can dream to become whoever that you want to become. Because growing up in the 90s, you know, you saw a lot of people are hip hop music by now for free, but there are a lot of people are making millions out of that. Because it's an enterprise, a free way. The very moment you have the talent, you know, all the streaming platforms, all the digital network we here for some of these things to survive. Ubetim dia ya jumano ubenya by Kuma sa ne betimi aka oko Kumasi a sa kuma wudi amanfo start ya se be livelihood to amanfo yi agu nka nipa betimi atanse hu se anya hwe no. This is one avenue. You can say you're sustaining a bit, let us invest much, because at the end of the day, a creative way, a man for creative talent in people, very huge. So as a government, you know, you can even segment it. Those things, because the comedy in America is a huge industry, making a lot of people, even Nigeria for crying so such an enterprise, you know, how do you segment it in such a way, say, that particular movie industry, the young people never come as a government and they invest it. I could father when they promise the people say about see your friends saying film villages at the bank. I know the day you know so they baby so there is no major commitment on the part of anybody. Say me baba ya dia edebema youth no sabi omo hwan omo because no way poverty now in Africa a deliberate political tool. That's what you need to understand. Oh, it's deliberate. It's a deliberate political tool. Poverty is a multi-billion industry that has been created deliberately. Because at the end of the day, now economically you are viable. Won't depend on Obi. You don't have to call honorable. You don't have to rely on Obi to survive. The person may not have any strings beyond the control. At the end of the day, no. Of course, you look at your shadow. Now what they are, but me too. Every America say, "Who knew who she?" The obedi crowd just say honorable. The obedi say honorable. Adore honorable. I know the day, no. You become a slave. So nipano, when you turn a cop and now so because you have to abandon everything you are doing. So most of the politicians in Africa now have realized that is the only way I'm making me a control a man for. Look at during elections. Look at a lot of nasty stuff that these people use young people to do. These same people don't have their kids schooling in abroad, the Bayari Oko school, UK, US, and then I say for them, but they are using poor people's kids because they have nothing to feed on. And they are deliberate. The very moment such your friends an avenue is created where you and I become economically free and independent. I know the day, no. In America, for instance, when America or Juma political campaign just also be a chance and where did it? Because the very moment you're in America and you are committed to work, why are you so bad work here, Juma, Anyashe, or dollar need the obedi there, you don't need any politicians to survive. But in our situation is different. You need the politicians to survive. So that's around a panel called MP. There was a time I went to a house of an MP. They say the very moment I started corridor, so nipas and lies, you see, this is a nasty something as a parliamentarian, no, as a boss, the level of desperation among our people is so huge. Now you make sure say sign my way so better because for those reasons I can't go to parliament because I can't bear those things there. But that's why I'm planning to pass a lie. Ever me fear me home better tell me. It doesn't matter. But young to about myself, I bet it's come out. What to about me say young fans say any initiative and go, but Nippon free say it is about that kind of interaction. Overcome MP, Sika Bayan or Bemawa, a bit me a survival. 20 Ghana AFS, 100 Ghana cities, 200 Ghana cities. Can you make life out of that? By a decision, as if we go. For instance, let me give you a typical example. Me a babunu, I'm walking to a house of an MP. Say MP, me danka u, Mr. Mami Sikana me fan kongo tuya me danka. sika no dia ma wa 1,000 Ghana. 1,000 Ghana to me hand down wakra. Listen, there is a policy system there that MP and the power and then the colleagues and the government officials can just sit down and say rent your friends control this rent loss na wo say no. We sit down the man higher won't mean taking more than 6 months. So you're making sure that particular law will work. At the end of the day, that person will not need an MP to give you money. Because you're in such a way, say even mini credit system, because they introduce you who say, Sikani on monthly basis, because you go Europe and America, that's what they do on monthly basis. In our situation, we can flip it to about best 6 or maybe 3 months. Now, you're in the end of the day, you know. By a bad man for say you need somebody say just almost come out behind time because 6 months I'm not sure say you need that much and some out behind time. But you create a system where obi a the ope emra na say nipa no e focus on na yen hye sabe e betimi liberating nipa no sa particular emra na ya to atwene and you focus on some of these trivial things because at the end of the day in the whole constituency even nipa 10 kraba ofie in the da you can't solve their problems for them. So yen shifting focus no who say politics, governance, leadership, central to everything. Humanity. How I bet me create some kind of way. A man for bet me ateki na almost bet me dia show my brabum. Na yes, I bear this kind of slavery. Nepana rise it to a top or free so be or down be a sabi or ya bobby mano and they will use you just like that. I know the day you won't get anywhere. Poverty in Africa is a deliberate political tool. Some of these guys use just to impoverish the people the more to be able to control them because the Nippon free say anyesa better control anyesa okase dimachi better dimachi. So until say about reset that particular change that particular mindset na who said until say each and every one of us become whole no be abaya economically independent na sabi obi betimi akwaba na ne nsa be kan bibi no economy no will continue to shrink and young people play quite a crucial role because say yet the continent is na all the vast natural resources. Na ye ntimi leveraging fire na no meteor radio so am for obi TV so ne kon huntin den we need there say ye legalize it because sika wom no me say na am say am for bodam na na dogwe oti krom wo bauxite wo gold wo na oil abeka ho de ba mbiem bobo ya wonema be timber na se for na red rose sa tree no nyina yes rosewood nyina bi okroma na wantimi anton sa de we fans sa wa brabo wi na wo bebia de sa wa brabo sa niema amakekan se wantimi anfans sa wa brabo wi na wo bebia. You see sometimes you begin to wonder the way a man are think as people we are not ready to say some of the bold initiative na be take am many pa brabo asesa no ye ni wo ko e self serving akwaso akọ buffet ukotena ho I don't know because your friends are spoon them or seven who do be o me and no asiamba. That is the nature of our politics. You are not thinking about somebody sitting home, creating an avenue or certain way be a sebi. Obi betimi agina so aka say ene nsese anyway na media gu asabe young people can thrive. Let us introduce a scheme beti ambasa we are young people na sabe person go into business at least you have a certain tax relief, certain tax incentive. But ene foreign companies aba kroma say set up 5 years your friends are tax free way
holiday
ya na sa 5 years no so pe no liquidate omo afford the company up now we changing the no asia ba foforo biem free. And you see in Africa no ho answer na America for instance obi ebesesa the company from America say oba o mai mu no one thing eno mu hia a stable political environment. A stable political environment. And over the years, Ghana has proven sufficiently say about Africa when it comes to political stability. It's rest assured. It's rest assured. So you don't need to further giving somebody incentive and son of already, you know, it's a market that is flourishing already. So they will naturally come. So you have to make sure that come now, banner more banner, also bet me cast out of what they are coming. Now also bet me the but we have created an environment where people come and do business at the end of the day, even revenue no mbenyano kra no everything ya boxing na the co. There's no single law in our system that says oh so we a foreign company now about Ghana now by business retain a certain percentage of your profit for a certain period so, because as long as a Sikano city in this particular country no a buama economy no grow now almost a Sikani now MTN bahano by any business now the Sikano they don't need your city so or the cities yada they have to change the cedis into dollars, transfer all the money to South Africa.
92.3.
Vodafone Baha or changing the second, then they take all the money away, leaving your economy dry. Then your finance minister will go sit somewhere and say, for the first time, Ghana's GDP is hitting $1 trillion Ghana cedi mark, and people be celebrating. GDP no rise, you could do 1 billion. We know. Ask yourself, we share. I will saying Ghana share in our GDP. I don't know because all the major corporations are all Ghana high. Everyone know the day no. You use almost statistics and for the year computation. My GDP in United. They are foreign companies. All the major companies in United are foreign companies. So I know the day as a huge chunk of the GDP, you know, and yeah, what the away. People take the money away. So I know the day, you know, we sit here and we celebrate the numbers. The nominal terms may look good, but the actual thing is, go there, look at the faces of your people. Nobody is making anything. And then among for come out of the university, I know the day, you know, they can't even set up businesses on their own. In the US, and as for people come by the time when you free university, but not down for our business idea. There is a bank there. All you have to do is present your ideas to them. They will give you the money to start whatever that you want to start. Abraham say you're starting your Facebook. He never have a dime. He never had a dime. What you have to do is that this is the idea that you have. Just speak to your friends and investors, and then they will invest it. Today, a multi-billion dollar way. That is it. So I know the day when that particular way, no incentives, no why young people to become creative, especially where we find ourselves, no, and among for a very your friend is a curious so among for a year various research. Mr. Ghana, who said about youth then now I was taking the casual look through social media. Some of the young people it me yet this your friend saying plane this your friends say social media man for me drone and then as for them you see these are things young people are manufacturing sitting here in Africa. So I know that they ask themselves your universities in as for no so when it comes to some of these things, is it about theory man for cultural thesis who knows we are na kopake gudanchen baby nyansa bia nim faso bia nim na ya that is what we proud ourselves. We are doctors, we are lawyers. Absolutely nobody is coming up with anything sensible. But some of these faculties, the government at say, okay, we are investing in KNUST for the next 10 years. I know the day, no, we want to turn Ghana into a manufacturing hub. Maybe so far as way is concerned, drones, and as far as concerned. So in the next 10 years, you know, the major projects are KNUST and focus in the next 10 years, and they say you produce drones. And then some of the minor companies, and even in the US or more drones, and as for. Do you know the amount of money they are making? Because and when they come to warfare, and as for because and then young Quatanas and Cassa, we call on Tino, Bobby Messuma Bow, Sans and Bruno Tem. What to be a small drone? Red and Ukraine, the moon, Russia and Ukraine. Exactly. Because we find out who the plane Cassiasa or to we are better to form. Yes, so droning below the radar into radar no crime to be picky whenever what's it? So the world is fast advancing. What are we doing? It's not just about this politics, NDC, MPP politics, baby nyansa someone about wogu, not just emotional analysis near Panini Peck as out to Nyansa and oh, can I say, Wanyini? Now, when I can say, your friend say, politics, you know, politics is a contest of ideas, which is what you might tell my dream. Ebia, the Overcano, and Fakemuna, Unia Canada. Oh, no, near bounce. Yes, the NDC, it's a contest. It's not about saying, winner, winning Yansa, now the Overcano is absolute, is final, Obian follow suit. That is why, young, you created an avenue, say, young boy, when young holding a discussion, say, we had no the no. A refined form, no, the kind of outcome I been and a bit me a boy and a now, yes, I know reduce this whole thing to this kind of politics. We will never get there. A very many rhetorics and there be a mecase. Obiti baby say, Yamon Pine, Ghana be ya. Yamibo, we are how many years in here? Over billions of years old. I'm for 2,000 years, no, 2,000 years, no, and yes, I had it. The world no Yamibo, we are a chumma, I am Kranoma catches a sea never dries. It's a lie, sea dries. Oh yes, it's a lie because if you go to your friends Libya, Arab countries, you know, baby obehu desert wo bia was asisi.
Omo piapo no, no mo dia yempuntu.
Me say, baby obehu desert wo bia na sea na wo ho, na awe na desert wo ho. that is the reason why I call Arab countries now yenya oil through her, because those days those animals are no more seen no and a winner sink it down to the ocean and then the oil no as forever. You can do the research and find out. So we can just see never dries on him we are seeing that cha besina Ghana be yanke. It is about our mentality, it is about our psyche. We take bold initiative. What can I see here? What they have to do? Because I hear some of the countries there, or more transform bedroom and yakasao. Some China started this state-led capitalism. Now I'm for free, so now state-led they better. But they've made it. I know they are competing with the free market, US and Western allies. China has become a competitive force. Baby, our currency, depreciate your wusu, or no, any currency is depreciating because I'm going to sell it because they are producing. And then you produce your chroma saying, a ding and you produce. Now, Metizana will come about say, the importation, you be banned and as a foreign. So, that's sorry. It should be a very popular one or can the end there. Because to ban no, you ask yourself, say, some ban rice production and as a foreigner, how much and I'm between producing in Ghana? And to what extent can I feed my people? To what percentage? And if I can produce 10% here, then 90% in Edeba. That is understandable. But if I don't sorry, without data, without anything, no, I'm ban it with you away. So when you have these people, that's what I'm telling you, say, we have analog leaders. Oh, yes, in a digital environment. Because some don't even understand what is happening. They think say it's business as usual. Some na ya hanya manyini in their politics. We know we call radio somewhere analysis. Also when you tell us to come na worker. They fancy the fact that when you and for that particular matter, it give you that qualification to do politics. Wow, we are proud. You say we need back or more about the platform before you become eligible to do politics. Yes, get here. Some of the analysis. No problem. But you see, look around the world. The major way, of course, where young people are taking charge, and then most of the young people who call your friends Australia and some of the other countries are in Europe. Young people, 34. 35, 30. These are people taking charge. You understand?
Macron, Odi president, not how many?
Oh, almost 30 years. Yes. So that is where they are, and these countries are doing good. I could follow Macron Yes. Kokachan say Uncle Pachana for Acho. Some for Isikama. Sir, Yana China do not saying. So your president one bet is telling us that Ghana is beyond aid. We are a proud nation. And our president has become a principal beggar on the street of the world, begging people for clemency. Say, I'm fire can't change. The last time I was telling you, IMF do not yet come no. First French in the buy and second French in the deadline here because we were supposed to get it in November.
Send them some more gentlemen's agreement.
Gentlemen's agreement with who? Your friends say official credit committee no couldn't agree because IMF has a principle. The principle say oh no, you can pass all the benchmark until so bet me a bank deal with your external creditors, they will not give you their money. And I told you, the same thing happened to Zambia. Zambia was the first country to declare bankrupt. Your friends say to declare in 2020. They pursue IMF. It took them 2 years to get the money. In 2022, Omunya first French, I'm not sick of I think they $115 million is saying. Almost like our first French, it took them 2 years. None wonder and some of second, or me across the headler. Or more external creditors and your some agreement. Okay. And the year they are not yet one year come no. November and I say your schedule says meeting no Basel on the 11th of this January, hoping say China will agree because that China was our biggest bilateral creditor. Your hope is to me and you have some understanding. Paris Club and other people are right. So we need to get serious. Move beyond the rhetoric. Now you're serious politics now and you just akasaka. Young committee policies and young from who said line we first of Kakupia, or for Hakupia, and I say, Monfa Biano is Yawachi, or we will call on Shiao, who need be out.
Right, it's Ivan, my men know I see Ura Enoch, Alabi, Numo Woko. Right, my main message was say, Nana, good morning, and to your panelist. Or say, the name Numo Woko reminds me of my pupil teacher. This in St. Michael's International School. Osu Nana asks for Katie Hammond. I think we better entered him for the Guinness world record. Also, I say, and then clown-a-thon. I am being guided by my opinion and admonition. Though Newton, good morning and happy New Year. Now, I have unfawe to us. I remember Alabi, so I like be also. And then we were the youth issues about the brain drain between the second quarter of 2023. At Tibebre, a teacher for Monsieur Mumaye or Margin Titi, doctor for one for. In 2019, there was a global statistics. Ghana, so no, yenya baby, edi ekoko share. Now, averagely, if you ask 10 youth, say mujin titiye, say ya under TVET, and I say mujin titiye, if you assume upon kesi muvia, do you wish, would you ever want to remain here and work in Ghana? Nah, emu bear about 10%. One say I. Now, a chunk of percentage quantum, one say there be. Now, Omunyina Sonye, aha, Ivan Kai. Just say, what Bobby said, no. Are you 50, I'm a platform. With lot of respect to Comrade Abaya, our Yemi producer. Just a Hano, when you near Manetrim. Now, before on set, Namitie Nibiana Malek Basentali, Deputy Communication Officer National for the NDC, or engage in a debate, any one of the political social commentators. I'll run an essay when I say, Usa, Unfisusa, Unyini. So I'm running why you see, so now we're in a power and the airborne, and you know, an airborne. And then Busam also Nicosidian. A Juada, a year, Republic announced a Constitution Day. Between 1960, 1969, and 1979, lessons be on my yesuya, and I yesuya she. Akufo-Addo has fulfilled a campaign promise to pay rent to the needy Ghanaians. Underneath sub a youth. Right, I say Akufo-Addo fulfills a campaign promise. To pay rent for the needy Ghanaians. You see? Now, I say, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2020 promised to pay the rent advance for all Ghanaian youth in his second term as president. Ivan Mensri. Now,
do you have the categories of youth in this country?
You see, some of the policies, you know, insult to people. You see, young people in Ghana are not beggars, and nobody is begging Obise Sabi. Say you need to be pitied, like as we who mobo person or tana demo, as a copacha. So Opese, when you're Juma, just a copacha, and I'll be no that. And that is what is happening to most of the young people. Because such a policy is an insult. Who said, say, perpetually, you know, you want to rely on the government providing your friends say rent for me? Create avenue where many panabaya self-sufficient, economically independent, or no one can would determine, say, met me a medine. Any government policy be aimed at, say, make a hand I am mobino, it's further enslave you. The same thing, and I campaign about Umeko Jina, because say, Omubesi hostels, I'm a kaya ye. Now me say, what? Say, your mind sabi decency away your politics. The very moment you make such a comment, you know, the next thing you do is to come out and apologize. Because you know, do you know why young people from the north come to Kumasi to do Kayaye and Accra? Because of a staggering unemployment we are confronted with. They have no other option than to leave their homes, leave their parents, come to Kumasi and live on the street. Yes, wakaya ye. Enti wo besi hostel amomo kaya ye sa akopinso mbewu. When you can address the problem of unemployment by making sure say factory now can, and you go to the north and make sure say you build those factories, you take them back, because nobody is a slave in this country. Now go to Kumasi and look at the kind of ordeals these young people are going through, and we don't even care. Ghana has say there are radio, TV advertisements that occur on daily basis, and people are being sent to a modern day slavery in the Middle East, in Arab countries, and go and look at the inhumane treatment some of these people are going through. Government is aware, Quite recently, me say Canada, Japan, government is aware. The advertisement is going on. The people are being shipped on daily basis to Middle East to go into slavery. Our people do not care. So if you are young people, you think some of these politicians care about your future, trust me, nobody cares about you. It is about having access to infinite wealth. Or not the horn and the family, and they will live good. They don't care about anybody. So until ready in between the lines, those misleading political spin now, Sebi. And then none in the moon, one more near now, because there are certain policies that will be boss of pay, which means any point in the answer. You need to break away from that particular person. Because you can't come and tell me, say, Ubesi, Hosea Makaya, like for what? If you are a very reasonable person, you analyze this particular thing, be ask yourself, say, why will you build a hostel for Kayaye? So you solve the problem. You don't create way. The same thing I'm behind I am my young people, and even it's even a lie. All kind of go to me behind Diana. Can require another thing. Affordable housing. Make it available because we call Europe. Apart from some man for a year, Duma more access to credit. There are some of the houses that are affordable. And who do certain age be there are some who even have access to free will as for them. Make such systems available. And may I say, just about our phone, now our phone, now our home about now our begging or musica. We can continue to do that. And when you develop a cosmetic, diabetic grain or mine about. And sometimes when some of these things happen, you sit there and you think everything is okay. Quite recently, you saw what happened in Spain, Barcelona. And then man for started because they have realized that if you look at the Spanish economy, more contribution to Spanish economy, the GDP is so high, but the people are not benefiting. So if they can break away and form their own country, they can make a lot of money and take care of themselves. What I said. So unemployment, baby, unity be another ni breba. My country say what shall say we ready. What is a 59-year-old man, and I said 70-year-old man Timothy Swakojo be founder. 70-year-old man Akoba Uro be Democrat. Always come back to the youth. So if you want to do away with crime, then as a foreigner, you focus on fixing such a challenge. And as a politician, that is what you do. But most of our people are not politicians, so they are not leaders. Okay. They are not leaders. That is why we had the echo saying, it's nothing more than a Ponzi scheme among for a runner. So they have to take care of themselves.
Right. Ivan, Mame, and I say Ivan Che Innocent, you.